All right, guys, it's an episode of Legion Talk. We are here with the beautiful, the strong, the talented Miss Kiyoko. What's up, Kiyoko?
How are y'all? Real name is Kiyoko. You just call me Kay. It's a lot easier. People just butcher my name. I'm 28 and I like working out. I enjoy it. It's part of my life. It's a big part of my life, especially like nutrition as well. I work out generally 6 days a week. I just have one day off. And I rotate muscle groups every 2 days. So legs, chest, shoulder, triceps, and then back biceps. Given this whole pandemic thing right now, obviously have not been working out as I would in the gym, but I'm grateful that I have a lot of stuff that I bought at home. So I still have been working out, doing my own thing, just kind of improvising on some exercises that I can't do in the gym.
So
this journey kind of started in 2012, revolving around physical therapy and what I was doing, and then kind of went off and on with it, but right now it's been consistent for 4 years, so that's pretty good, and I made a lot of progress throughout the way. As far as athletics, this is hilarious. Y'all are gonna like this one. I've never played sports.
Wow.
Never played volleyball, basketball, softball, baseball, nothing. Soccer. In high school, I was extremely girly. I was always wearing heels and makeup and stuff. Now, I'm a totally different person. People from high school don't even recognize me. It's crazy. I do like sports. I just never played them. They never really interested me in high school or middle school, so I just never really took a liking to them. But I mean, hey, here I am. Honestly, this is very vain of me to say this, but going back to what started me into working out was I was working at a physical therapy clinic, and my coworker had made a comment to me, and she said, at the time she called me Kiyoko. She said, you have a athletic build, and you look good now, but just imagine what your body would look like if you worked out. It just kind of made me think, not saying I don't look good, but hey, maybe I should start working out. So I started, getting. So my tattoos, wow, okay. I have a full arm sleeve, kind of like a half sleeve on this side. So I didn't wear shorts today, so you can't see my leg, but I have a whole leg sleeve on my right side. Got my chest done, got a sternum side tat. I'm pretty heavily tatted, I would say, but once this whole pandemic thing is over, I've already told my tat man I'm the first in the chair. So that I'm getting my neck tattooed, probably gonna get my hands covered up a little bit more, and possibly some more back tattoos. Been thinking about another leg sleeve and then finishing this one. But my leg sleeve's a Japanese themed leg sleeve, and then my arm is all Egyptian themed. And if anybody likes games, I love games, I'm a gamer. I have the Assassin's Creed symbol from Origins. So I'm really big into anime and games too. So the similarity between the two is, for us anime, otakus, how you want to call it, we want to mimic our characters that we enjoy watching. So a lot of people love Dragon Ball Z, they want to look like Goku, they want to look like Vegeta, and then females from liking Street Fighter, they want to look like Chun-Li and stuff like that. So we get into fitness so that we can somewhat look like these characters that we are idolizing. And I don't know, you just kind of fall in love with working out. I enjoy it.
Yeah.
I like watching my muscles move and twitch when I'm working out and doing isometrics. It feels good, and makes you feel better too. You have more energy. You're more alert during the day and attentive to a lot of different things, and it just makes your skin look better. It makes you feel better, and it also exudes out of you, so it ends up rubbing off on other people, which is a great thing, because who doesn't want to be healthy right now, especially right now.
Right now.
And I got a lot of my friends into fitness. I've dropped a lot of knowledge to people in my community, in my circle. So I'm all for getting someone else into fitness, because it's a great thing, and you see your body change and develop. It's awesome. Looking at pictures from high school versus now, I'm a totally different person, and I'm honestly very grateful and glad that I got into working out, because I was like a toothpick. I'm gonna tell you right now, I was very skinny, and I don't want to go back to that person. I enjoy how I look now, and I would like to be, like, my goal right now is to be not super muscular, but just a walking tank, honestly. So I want to get back to all of my maxes when we go back to the gym, my deadlift maxes, my squat maxes, my bench maxes, all of that. Like, I want all of that back. And I think that this whole pandemic thing was a good kind of break for a lot of us, so that we can go back into the gym and then work extra harder, because we missed that time that we were in the gym. I know I do. I miss the gym atmosphere. I hate working out at home. I'm doing it right now because I have no choice. But I would much rather be at the gym.
Absolutely.
So
I
think that the most important thing for everyone right now to understand and realize is everything that you've been doing right now is conditioning. Okay, so you've been conditioning your body. If you haven't, then it's going to be very difficult for you to come back to the gym. I think even if you start now to just try to condition your body, even if it's body weight type of things, it'll help get you back into that movement and that motion when you do go back to the gym. Because right now, obviously, 90% of us are not lifting the same weight that we were when we were in the gym. The 10% of us that are, we are all jealous of you. I'm going to say that right now. But the 90% that hasn't been able to lift the weight that they had been lifting before the pandemic, when you come back to the gym, you might be able to, do that weight, maybe like 2 or 3 reps, but it's not going to be how it once was. So really want to just humble yourself and lower your weight. That way you can go back into that muscle memory and having correct form, and just conditioning, again, your body into those habits. So don't beat yourself up if you come back to the gym in the next week or two and you feel weak. Another thing too is the commercial weights that you've been lifting at the gym and your home weights are 2 different things. Cast iron and concrete weighs different. It's a different type of weight distribution versus the commercial weight. So just be mindful of that too. So the 20-pound dumbbell you've been lifting in the gym and the 20-pound dumbbell that you've been lifting at home are 2 different things. Yeah. Now if you have commercial weights at home, okay, but most of us don't. So
right. So you're basically saying don't beat yourself up. Go take it easy, even now during this time, and when you get back and your numbers don't look the same.
Absolutely.
Just take it easy on yourself.
The most important thing right now is to not injure yourself coming back because of your ego.
Yeah.
And a lot of us obviously want to lift that weight again, but we can't. So what do you have to do? You know what you have to do. You just have to keep conditioning yourself into those habits again. And then making sure you're staying on top of your nutrition is another big thing too. If you're not eating a reflection of your fitness goals, then it's going to be very hard for you to lift heavy if you're not eating a lot of food, especially protein. But one of my clients who I've had when I was working as a personal trainer at LA Fitness, they always come to me and they say, Kay, I want to be more toned, I want to lose weight, and I just want to build muscle. And the thing with most of the females, they think that lifting weights is going to make them look manly. You see me, I don't look manly, do I? So it's not as cracked up as you think it is. Don't be afraid of weights, okay? Adding weight to your workout is going to help you tone and build the muscle and lose fat. So, and again, going back to the whole nutrition thing, you have to keep a reflection of your fitness goals. So if you want to just lose weight, you're not worried about building muscle, you just want to lose weight. Obviously, you want to be in a calorie deficit, so you got to eat less. Most of the time, a lot of people just do a bunch of cardio. And then what happens is their body's going through a shock, and they have all this extra, loose skin. So if you ever seen Biggest Loser, they have these people doing a bunch of cardio, and they're losing all this weight at a rapid pace. The body can't keep up. So what's happening is the body's going through shock, and you have all this extra skin now that you've lost the weight because you weren't building muscle. And then the opposite of that would be building muscle, obviously. So if you want to build muscle, you want to gain muscle, you want to get a little bit bigger, then you're going to have to be in a calorie surplus. You're going to have to eat more.
Mm-hmm.
Both of these things are very difficult because on one hand, if you're in a calorie deficit, you're hungry all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I've been there. It's horrible. But at the end of the day, you're more lean. On the other hand, you have the surplus, which you would think, oh, you get to eat more. It's not exactly like that.
Mm-hmm.
You do eat more, but it's like you're forcing yourself to eat because you need those calories and you need to grow. Your muscles can't grow unless you're eating the right amount of food. So like right now I'm on 3,000 calories a day because I'm trying to go back to my pre-pandemic weight, so 170. I'm 165 now. So 300 calories, it seems like a lot, and it is, and it's very difficult to eat that every day. So as soon as I wake up, I have to start eating. And I listen to my hunger cues. Hunger cues meaning you're hungry, you need to go eat. So there are some instances where I'm not necessarily hungry, and then I'm looking at the remaining calories for the day, and I see that I've got, about 1,300 calories left, and it's only 12 o'clock. I gotta go eat.
Yes.
Because by the time it's 4 and those calories are still sitting there, I'm gonna be looking for something as a big calorie surplus to eat. And it may not always be the good thing. Another thing too, like you wanna make sure you're choosing the right amount of foods to eat. So even though you're gonna eat a whole pack of Oreos and it's like 1,000 calories, that's a lot of fats, a lot of carbohydrates too. It's not a lot of protein. So in replace of that, just try to reach for more protein. So what I do, usually if I'm very close to reaching my calorie goal for the day, and say I have 300 calories left remaining, and it's about 7, 8 o'clock, the first thing that I'm gonna reach for is protein. So I'm gonna go do like a double scoop of protein powder, which is 50 grams of protein, and that's 220 calories. So I've got about, 90, 100 left.
Yeah.
So right then and there, I could either go eat like some egg whites, an egg white sandwich with some ham and cheese on it, or if I'm, feeling kind of spicy, I'm gonna go eat some chips or something. But I know that the whole entire day I've met my protein goal. I've had the calories that I needed to have, the carbohydrates, and I'm still under my fat goal. So I've met all the criteria for my calories. So that day is done. I just have to do it again the next day.
Right.
And then you go into consistency. If you're not consistent as far as working out the same time every day, resting, and eating the same foods all the time. Consistency, it's a big deal. So just going back on top of that, you have to make sure in order for you to be in a calorie deficit or a surplus, lose weight, gain muscle, you have to lift the same time every day because your body's going to get acclimated with that time. Your body's going to start getting used to that. So by the time you're working out 9 o'clock a.m. every day, okay. So Monday you work out 9 a.m. Tuesday, let's say you do this for like 2 weeks. By the time it's Friday on the second week, your body is already adapted and it already knows it's coming up 9 a.m. We're about to go work out. So your body's getting ready for that. Eat the same things. Most of the time, you can switch it up, but you want to eat as clean as you can. When I say clean, it's like low fat, high lean proteins. So like chicken breast, turkey breast, salmon's pretty good. They just have a lot of fat in it too. And then when it comes to beef, I like to eat like the bottom roast and then just cut the fat off and then just cook it.
Okay.
But just going back to consistency again, eating all the time.
Oh, you're good.
Okay.
I'm just letting you know.
Just continue to be consistent. And when it comes to lifting and consistency, pick a routine that works for you and stick to it. Just because you don't start to feel sore all the time doesn't mean that your workouts aren't working. A lot of people think that because I'm sore, I must have did something. Yeah, you did. You shocked your muscles, but it's not an indication of growth, or it's not an indication that your workout was effective. You can still work out at the same exercise routine and patterns and still grow.
Okay.
This kind of goes into like progressive overload and continually to put up reps or go up in weights. So you don't always want to stay at the same amount of weight. So like if I'm doing squats and I'm doing 135 all week, I know for a fact that I'm going to be able to do more. So that second week I can do one or two things. I can increase my reps or I can go up in weights. And if I want to grow, I got to do one of those two things. If I want to maintain, obviously I'm going to stay at that same weight, but it's not really going to get us anywhere because we're going to look the same. Yeah. We want to transform our bodies. We want to become healthier and stronger. So we have to take that extra step and add more reps or add more weight. So, okay, this is a good topic. I really enjoy watching anime. People think that it's just like cartoons. I can go on all day about anime. So right now, I have watched Bleach, Naruto, a little bit of One Piece, Hunter x Hunter, some of that. Inuyasha was a big one when I was coming up. Sailor Moon was the one that got me into anime. Like once I saw Sailor Moon, I knew for a fact like this is something I want to watch all the time. Yeah. So after that, let me just go down the line of what I came up on. So Sailor Moon, Gundam Seed, Full Metal Alchemist. There's so many things. Obviously, Inuyasha was a big one. Ghost in Shell. What else? And then moving on, I started watching Naruto a lot. Naruto's a big, like, top anime. A lot of people like Dragon Ball Z. I recently just started rewatching Dragon Ball, and let me tell you, like, going back and watching all that crappy animation, it's horrible. Yeah. But, like, the producer did not give a flying shit. Like, Master Roshi was such a perv. It's crazy.
Yeah. It's a different era too.
Yeah, definitely. But like right now, I just rewatched Bleach. That was real good. Like Ichigo is Ichigoat. Goat. Yes. Definitely love Bleach right now. Watch Baki, Kingen, Ashura. Those two are on Netflix right now. I recently have been told to watch God of Tower, which is on Crunchyroll. I haven't watched it yet, but I'm gonna get to that. I pretty much like a lot of like shonen type of anime. So anything that takes place in like feudal Japan, like I'm all about that. Okay. Or if it's like Street Fighter vibes, I'm all about that. Like Baki. Baki was really good. I watched Baki, the new series on Netflix, and then I went back and watched Baki the Grappler. I never knew Baki the Grappler existed until someone told me about it. Yeah. So I went back. He had orange hair at that time, and then the new Baki right now, he's got like dark reddish hair. And I think Kingen and Ashura was like a knockoff Baki, but it was still good. It still gave me like Street Fighter vibes. Okay. But I've watched, what is that? Dr. Stone. I watched that. That's pretty good. And then Fire Force is a new one that's out. I didn't really get into that one too much. Drifters is on Hulu, I believe, and that's like kind of a shonen type of one too, which is pretty good. But yeah, I'm all for the anime thing.
So, hurt somebody's feelings.
One Piece. Just because it's so long, and honestly, like I really went back and tried to watch it.
It's one of the longest running animes in history.
It's like Luffy is dope. I'm not gonna lie, I love Zoro, but it's very long and drawn out, and I hate filler episodes, so I'm skipping all of that shit to get to the fights. I'm the type of person I skip intros too. Yeah. So, especially if I've heard it already. Everybody has their own opinion. I honestly think Avatar the Airbender is still an anime, and nobody wants to believe me, but it is. Yeah. Like, it's always going to be, an anime to me. Yeah. So, my favorite villains for anime is, my number one is going to be Frieza always. Frieza is definitely one of the top tier villains, I would say.
Which form, though? Because I personally am the one. When he goes to
Golden Frieza is always going to be my favorite, just because he's pleasant to look at. Because all his other forms are ugly.
A smooth golden lizard gecko.
Second favorite villain. I wouldn't really say he's a villain, but Sesshomaru from Inuyasha. He was always very cold to his brother and just didn't give a shit. But like towards the end of anime, he kind of like softened up a little bit, especially towards Rin. I like Tendo Pain. from Naruto. And then I always get into a debate with people because Nagato, Tendo Pain, two different people.
True.
So let's not even go there.
Yeah.
Because I could go all day about that one.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't really see Madara as a villain. He was just kind of in the background. I think Obito was more of a villain than he was. So he was in the background pulling on the strings. Madara was just there.
Madara reminds me a lot of a Joker. You know, he's to society he's bad, but in theory, you know, if you look at his purpose, his resolve, I mean,
yes,
yeah.
And that's the thing I like about most villains in anime or just in movies in general. Just because they're the bad person doesn't mean that their perspective on whatever's going on isn't good. Just how we look at I think it's Joaquin Phoenix was the last recent Joker, and they did pretty much like a background on why he's fucked up, and it makes sense. And it's like you feel bad for the villain now because everybody hates him, but he's just trying to justify what happened to him.
Yeah.
So, and I think a lot of us can relate to being villains.
Is it something wrong with us for cheering for him towards the end of that movie after he already killed?
Absolutely not. I think that
because he ends up being the hero in a weird, very strange way.
And he's a lot like a lot of us who want to do something about the situation at hand, but we technically can't. So we're like living out, our perspectives through him. But I mean, in everybody's life, you become the villain in something.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of how life goes,
All right. So to finish it off, guys, we're gonna do a quick little segment. We're gonna pick 3 of Kay's favorite anime characters, and she gets to decide which ones go, which ones stay. You can only pick one to stay. So the 3 characters are Inuyasha, Sailor Mars, and let's say Yusuke Urameshi.
Wow.
You're on the clock. You got 1 minute.
This is an easy decision. Yusuke stays. Everybody has to go. Just because he's just an awesome character, honestly. Very good character development in the whole series. So I'm going to have to go with that. Sailor Mars is awesome. She's got to go, though. And then Inuyasha, he's just a bonehead.
Yeah.
God, what would he be without Kagome?
I love it. Yeah, Kay, thank you for being here with us for an episode of Legion Talk. Where can they find you? Anything you're working on? Anything you want to say?
Absolutely. I'm here on Instagram, Swolsensei, just 1 W. I do photography as well, so look at that. Yeah. But overall, I'm around.
All right. We'll say goodbye.
Bye. Thank you.